Hey guys, I'm back with another vlog. I'm all packed up for my exciting trip that I mentioned in my last vlog. So here we go. Starbucks is my go-to breakfast place on travel days, but the line was so long that I just went to this random cafe across, and I think the breakfast was just as good, if not better. It's time to get on the plane, and here I am taking out all my pillows. It's been almost 9.5 hours and I'll be landing to my destination shortly. I am so excited. If you haven't guessed yet, I'm on my way to the place where people are greeted with warm hugs and not handshakes. The land of volcanoes, white sand beaches, every surfer's dream, beautiful lush green mountains with sharp ridges, the only US state with 2 official languages, and the most isolated chain of islands, Hawaii. We have finally arrived at our destination, Kauai. We were picked up by a bus driver that drove us to our car rental place. We picked up our car and we're on our way to explore the beautiful Kauai. But before that, we went to our Airbnb to check it out and also to freshen up a little bit. Here's a little tour of the Airbnb that we stayed in. There's a little kitchen in there. It has everything you need. A nice, clean living room and a patio. There's also one bedroom with a king-size bed and a bathroom. The bathroom has a washer and dryer, which came in so handy for us. I will write all the information about the Airbnbs I stayed in, how much I paid for them, and the main attractions I visited in the description below. We're on our way to find some food, but look at this gorgeous view. This is the Tree Tunnel Road. It's about a mile stretch and it is so beautiful. We finally got some shrimp and lo mein to eat. This is Poipu Shopping Village. It has quite a few places to eat here. I also love the idea of an open-air shopping center, including rows of stores spread over an area with a sidewalk. Everything about this mall is just super cool. We're headed to check out Nanini Point Lighthouse. And here's our first interaction with the cute Mr. Rooster. We got to the lighthouse at 4:02 and it was closed at 4, so we were about 2 minutes late. So any of y'all want to check out the lighthouse, just make sure you go before 4. What's crazy is that it was so magically beautiful, even from far away, that I can only imagine how beautiful the views would be from the inside. We stopped by at Hanalei Valley Lookout, which is about 20 minutes away from Benini Lighthouse. The Hanalei Valley Lookout has been a very important agricultural site for as long as people have populated in Kauai. The most dominant crop here is said to be taro. We then spent the rest of the evening at the Hideaway Beach. On our way home, I was just staring at this beautiful sunset. This one quote that kept coming in my mind over and over by Richard Branson. Exploration is a wonderful way to open our eyes to the world and to truly see that impossible is just a word. We're now headed to a hiking trail called Awa Awa Puhi. We stopped by a really beautiful camping ground. It's about 3 minutes before the Awa Awa Puhi's trails parking lot. This hike is one of the more moderate difficulty hikes. The viewpoint can get quite dangerous and steep if you venture down. The majority of the trail is well defined and quite straightforward. And this was the much awaited final view of our hike. It was truly magical. I then cooled off and rewarded myself for the Milky Way. Saw another rooster at the peak of the mountain, just chillin'. Made it back to the car in one piece. This is Kalalau Lookout. This was about 10 minutes away from the Awa Awa Puhi hike. You can easily drive to the lookout without any hike and enjoy these breathtaking views. The sun was setting and the air was thin. We were surrounded by the clouds. In all honesty, I don't think that the camera was able to capture even half of the beauty of this place that we actually witnessed with our own eyes. And by evening, this is the amount of calories I burned. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. But you know what? We're still not done. We have one more destination to go to. It is Waimea Canyon Lookout. There's a little payment that you have to make at the booth when you get to these canyons. It's about $5 to $10 per person. We quickly wanted to check out the canyons because we are only here for 3 days and all these places were very close by. By this time, we had 24,000 steps for the day. We're so tired and ready to go eat something and just rest up. Went to this Indian place called Nirvana in Hawaii. We were so hungry. The food was mid and overpriced. The naans were really small and the dal was actually not dal, it was just beans. But our stomachs were full and that's all that matters. It felt great to sit down with a warm cup of chai before wrapping up the night. Our third and last day started with my favorite pancake breakfast from Holo Holo Grill and hanging out with the roosters on the beach. We also saw a big turtle sunbathing, and what I loved the most was that he had his own space. Nobody was allowed near him or bother him. After all, it's his territory. After that, we came back to the pool at our Airbnb and relaxed a little bit before riding our ATVs that we rented for the day. It cost us about $200 per person and it's a 3.5-hour tour. They stop at different sites and it's about a 15-mile ride altogether. It's completely worth every penny. Make sure you do not wear any nice clothes and cover your face and eyes because you're bound to get dirty in this ride. This was just one of the many other stops that we made, but I found this to be the most beautiful and peaceful. The tour guides were telling us about the cave's history, but to be honest, I couldn't pay attention to it because this place was just so magical. By the time we ended our ATV tour, we were starving. So we got some food from Thai restaurant. I forgot the name of it, but it's located next to Nirvana in Hawaii at the shops of Kukui'ula. I might be saying this wrong, but it's spelled Kukuiula. I got pad thai and it was okay. After late lunch, we just hung out at the pool. We had our last dinner at Kauai at Bobby V's, and for dessert we chose the famous JoJo's shaved ice. It's decent, but it's not as great as it's overhyped. And again, it's just my opinion. It's 6 a.m. and it's time to say goodbye to Kauai. We caught our flight to our next destination, to Honolulu, the island of Oahu. Flight from Kauai to Oahu was only 25 minutes long and $45 for each person. We landed around 1 p.m. and found this halal truck called Biblos. We got the chicken shawarma wrap and I must say it was super delicious. The food in Kauai, in my opinion, was kind of overpriced and not so good. This was the view from our Airbnb and you can clearly see the Waikiki beach from the window. We were super tired, so we decided to take an afternoon nap. We woke up and went downstairs to check out the beach. Palm trees, white sand, new moon, calm waves, and a sunset. The vibes were truly immaculate. We realized that Oahu and Kauai are two very different islands. Oahu is densely populated and it has a city vibe to it. Name brand stores, bigger roads, nice malls, you name it, they have it. Whereas Kauai was more of a tropical rainforest, very quiet, definitely more expensive than Oahu, and also in some ways more scenic. We grabbed dinner from this place called Bombay Palace and called it a night. Next morning, we got breakfast from the High Cafe. It gave me New York style cafe vibes, but of course, there's no competition when it comes to bagels. So I got myself a waffle with fresh fruits. It definitely hit the spot. This day was very special to me because the only reason I wanted to visit Hawaii was to visit this botanical garden called Ho'omaluhia to experience these views in real life instead of Instagram reels and through someone else's lenses. As we were driving by these mountains, I could not believe my eyes that I was actually here witnessing this all. My heart was full, and I was a little overwhelmed as well. I was so lost staring at these beautiful mountains and this beautiful scenery that I rolled my ankle really bad. But I kept going and exploring. The park timings are 9 to 4 p.m., and I can't believe a beautiful place like this is completely free of cost. After spending hours at this park, it was finally time for us to leave. With a heavy heart, I had to say goodbye to this place. Our lunch that day was from Mahaloha Burgers and it was phenomenal. Slowly, my ankle was starting to bruise and hurt a lot, but I wanted to go to Lanikai Beach. So I did. Walking, or I should say limping, on the sand was a chore, but somehow I managed to do it. Spent the rest of the evening at the beach just admiring the calmness around and laid under the sun.
ankle was getting worse by the minute.
This was our last day in Oahu, and with my rolled ankle, I wasn't able to do much. Although I was super happy and satisfied because I was able to explore a lot already. The last destination of our trip was the Diamond View Lookout, where you see the city on one side and mountains on the other. And while we were there, we saw a double rainbow, which reminded me of this beautiful song from years ago called Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I played this song in our car for the rest of our trip. By the way, this is the song that I'm talking about in case you want to search it up. On our way back, we grabbed pizza and some ice packs. We packed our bags, and just like that, our much-awaited trip is over. We left for airport early in the morning as the sun was rising. I had mixed feelings. I was kind of ready to go home, but also didn't want to leave. It's hard to explain in words. Hawaii has so much to offer and the people are extremely nice. We must protect this place at all costs. In the end, I want to say that my heart goes out to the people of Maui who lost their homes and loved ones in the fire. Please donate and pray generously for them. Mahalo.